My sister was sent to boarding school but never came back, and my parents refused to tell me why 7 months ago. My 14-year-old sister and my grandma flew out to a different state, and my parents told me my sister would stay at boarding school for the summer. I asked them where so I could visit her, but they told me she specifically said she didn't want to see me. My sister and I were always really close, so when they said this I knew something was up. I tried pressing them about what was really going on, but my dad got really mad at me. It's too traumatizing to recall what exactly happened, but all I'll say is I had to lie to people about why I couldn't walk straight and had bruises. 3 months later my sister was set to come home, but when I asked my dad what day she'd be returning, he told me she said she loved boarding school so much she didn't want to come back. Yet I knew he was lying, but I couldn't do anything, so I just nodded and told him. I understood. 2 more months went by, and by this point I was really worried. I hadn't received a single message, letter, or text from her, and when my dad started turning her room into his office space, we got into an argument. It ended with him threatening to lock me up in the basement if I kept sticking my nose where it didn't belong. He told me she'll be back soon, and also said if I ask anything about her again, he'll make what he did a few months earlier feel like a massage. A small part of me was still in denial and holding out hope that he was telling the truth, but then while looking through the attic, I found a box with my sister's stuff. I found her phone, and that's when it hit me why she didn't have her phone anymore. I realized something was seriously off and knew I had to take action. So I went behind my parents' backs and told my closest friend what was happening. They'd clearly warned me not to involve anyone or else, but at that point I didn't care. My best friend became my lifeline through all of this. She not only believed me, she also told her folks, and they helped me map out a plan. I slipped out in the middle of the night and headed to their house, and that's where I began calling the authorities to try and track down my sister. I reported my parents, gave their info and home address, laid out the whole situation, then waited. The next few days were the most brutal of my life. I couldn't sleep or eat, and I kept checking behind me, terrified my parents would show up and drag me back. I threw up more times than I can even remember, but after 9 days, I finally got a call. It was CPS telling me they had located my sister. They said she was found living 500 miles away with some guy connected to my dad. Apparently, my father owed this man for years, and to settle the debt, he handed over my sister and told him he could do whatever he wanted. My dad and grandmother were arrested and are now sitting in jail, but my mom wasn't charged because my dad had threatened to kill her if she didn't comply. My sister and I are both staying at my best friend's home until authorities place us in a foster family. I'm overjoyed to have her back, but I can see how deeply traumatized she refuses to talk about anything that happened, and I don't blame her. My best friend's parents are planning to get her into counseling soon, and I'm completely behind it.